My name is Chebiwot Kibet, and I am a fashion designer and a product designer. I run Chebi Creations, which is an art fashion brand based in Nairobi, Kenya, and I am a millennial on the move. By training, I am a product designer. I went to the University of Nairobi to do a degree course in product design. A product designer basically just looks into the pieces that comes together to make an outfit come together, and that is what I basically learned in school and practicing right now. So we focus, I chose to do fashion design because in fashion design we have products that go into any fashion. So I look into every other piece that goes to a fashion piece coming together, and that is what I do. So my business is called Chebi Creations. Chebi is the short form of my name, Chebiwot. That is what I am called at home. It's a short form because Chebiwot is a long name. So I named my business Chebi because it is what I do. And I want it to come out as what me as myself can do and not what anyone else can do. So that is why the name Chebi, for what people know me for. Creations, because I create, I make pieces, I come up with, I make head pieces, I make neck pieces, I make outfits, so that is why I said creations. At Chebi Creations, I offer a range of services. Mostly right now we are dealing in outfits that you would go to for with events and also photo shoots, mostly, because our service is mostly hire, so that is what we do. You come here, you get a piece, you go for it for a photo shoot, for an event, and yeah. So at Chebi, we have a range of products. We have headpieces, creative and unique headpieces that are themed. We have neck pieces. We have any other accessories, earrings. We are coming up with shoes, and also now the main thing, that is the dresses, the outfits generally. I love how I can come up with a piece. I am very good with my hands, and that one I know. So I love when I create something and it comes out exactly the way I imagined it, and in the end the client is also happy about it. Chebi offers a range of outfits. You can come here if you have an event. We can custom make outfits for you and your team, the whole team, that is including the men and the ladies. Those ones we can custom make for sale. Also, when you come here, you can get outfits for hire, for photography. Right now there are a lot of people going for photo shoot for their birthdays and maybe marking special days in the calendar. So you can come here, get a unique outfit, and you can have it for hire and also for sale. So that is what we have. We also have outfits for red carpet appearances. Yeah, you'll be sure to stand out when you come. Yeah, we also have baby bump outfits for hire and also for sale. That is for your photo shoots, to mark that special moment for yourself, and also for baby shower ceremonies. Yeah, we also offer that. Those ones we can custom make for sale, and also you can hire, including the accessories. I finally did fashion because when I went to school it was product design, and I think I fell in love with it along the way. It's not something that I had from when growing up, and I chose that because it excites me. I love to create things that make people happy, and that is what in me. And also being good with my hands, I couldn't be good maybe in singing or something else, so that is why I'm able to create pieces for people, and I love it that way. I was born at Mercy Mission Hospital in Eldama Ravine, and I was raised in a village in Eldama Ravine called Chebiwot Village. That is where I was raised, and went for my primary school there, Chebiwot Primary School. I went there from class 1 to class 7 third term. And in class 7 third term, I was moved to a boarding school, still in the same Baringo County, but now in another constituency called Mogotio. That is where I went for my class 7 and class 8. After finishing, I didn't do my KCPE in the primary school over there because I don't know what was happening. I wasn't performing well, so they couldn't register me in their school because I could lower the mean. So I was taken back to Chebiwot Primary School to do my KCPE there. Did well. I was called to St. Joseph's Girls High School in Kitale, where I did my Form 1 to Form 4 and performed well. My primary school experience was good. The village experiences, I love the village. And what I remember most, I think I was just there. I was a bright student, yes, but with a lot I was the up and down kind of child. I remember I was going to get fruits from bushes and then coming late. Break is over. We are punished for that. And then my mom was also the teacher, a teacher in that school. So I'd also get punished at home for mistakes that I did in school. But it was a good experience for me. I really love it. My experience with high school was good. I was in a totally different place. As I told you, St. Joseph's Girls High School is in Trans Nzoia County, which is very far from home. So I was exposed to meeting new people. And how do I describe myself as a student there? I was the quiet type outside, but the people in my class knew I was noisy. I was ever in the noisemakers list, but I was a bright student. Like there's a classmate of mine who described me the other day as a chopim humble. Like I was the bright one, but again, I was just down here with guys. After high school, I get called to University of Nairobi to do design. So initially, I thought growing up I wanted to do law. So I got an A-, so I couldn't qualify for law. And with my father, you go to school to do what you are called to do. There is no easy paying for any parallel program. So I went and did design. I didn't quite love design that time. I didn't even know what it involved. I just chose it because I thought it was fancy. So I went there, and yeah, the experience there was good. University was good, though. Okay, you can't really tell if you are a good student at the university, but I knew I was a good student maybe in university when my lecturers chose me to go and represent the university at a workshop in Zurich, that is in Switzerland. So I was there for about for 1 month for that workshop, and then came back to finish my 4th year. I am born in a family of 5 children. I am a second born and the first born daughter, which is technically being a first born, but I have a very supportive big brother. Growing up, it was very interesting in the village. We did a lot of things that are very memorable to me right now. I love the village for that one. And in my family, no one really does fashion. I think I am the only one. No one is even in business in my family. Other people are in other professions. My brother is an accountant, and yeah, all my other kids are doing different professions. My childhood dream, I always wanted to be a news anchor. I used to see Catherine Kasabuli and I loved her, and I wanted to be a journalist. But my dad is a journalist by profession, so he sort of told me that I shouldn't do it as a first degree. So I ended up changing now to I wanted to be a lawyer. So that was my dream up till when I was in high school. Now when I couldn't do it again because of my grades. So in campus, the experience was good. We did a general design up to 2nd year. When we got to 2nd year, we were supposed to choose either to do fashion or to do product, interior, and all that. So with me, I had only 2 options to go with. I had product design and fashion design. But after having the 2-year experience in campus, I realized that I loved to create pieces, and I felt like I could have a better exposure to the different pieces that can be created by doing product design. So that is how I ended up doing product design up to the end of the 4-year course. Now, when it came to how I moved into now fashion right now, because that is generally what I'm practicing right now, I realized that selling a product like a piece, like an headpiece on its own, cannot really go. So at some point I was like, now I need to sell the full set. So that is why I ended up doing fashion design as a business. And I interned at a leather products company here in Nairobi, that is in an industrial area. That is where I got my internship. And immediately I finished my internship, they took me in as an assistant designer. That is where I worked for some time, but and then I was able to save up. I saved up a few shillings, and I started my business. Now I was doing jewelry. I used to do jewelry, custom make jewelry, and sell to my friends, sell to people in church, and yeah, that is how my business journey started, really, from jewelry design. So after that, I moved after a few months as a design assistant at a leather master that is in industrial area. I moved to a different leather products manufacturing company. It's called Wazawazi. It's in Jamhuri. Then that is what I did while there. While there, I went in as a designer, but at some point they moved me to marketing, at some point quality control. Like, I was able to get exposure to the different to the different departments that make up a company. So while there at that time, I'd improved my business from the savings of the money that I was earning from that company. I moved to starting to make outfits for people. So while I was selling jewelry the other time, during a certain pop-up market, I met a tailor, and she told me she could actually make for me outfits and then I resell them. Then when I moved to the other company, I thought it's a good opportunity. So she started making clothes for me and then I'd resell. So I did that for quite some time, and it was a good business. Yeah, it was a good business. I could have weddings, for so many weddings with a good number of bridesmaids and team. So that means a lot of pieces, and I loved it there. Yeah, I did that business for some time, so it's good. So the very first clients that I had when I started after I closed down the jewelry thing, when I started the outfits, my very first clients were my friends. Like, my friends were really supportive of me. I could get referrals mostly from people, like they'll tell me, my friend told me you are their friend and you make clothes, and that is how I was able to get into the wedding industry, and I did quite well while there with the support of my friends generally. So after the ups and downs that I've told you before, I finally created Chebi Creations, which is the one-stop shop that you would want to come to if you really want to stand out in an event, in a photo shoot, or anywhere that you'd want to go. Stay tuned so that I tell you more after the break. Welcome back to Millennial on the Move on KTN Home. So as I told you before, I finally created Chebi Creations, which is an art fashion brand, and we create unique pieces for you to stand out in whichever place that you go. So as a Chebi Creation as a business now came after I finally told myself that I need to figure it to do what I actually went to school to do. So in school I did product design, so that is what I practice here. So I wanted to put the pieces that I create together to form a whole outfit, and yeah, that is what we do here. The biggest challenge that I go through when it comes to my business right now is the access to material. We have very limited material available locally, and that is a big challenge because clients would come to you with images of pictures that are picked from the internet. Those things are not made locally. So when you go to the market here in Kenya and try to look for the pieces that made that outfit come together, you don't find them locally. So most of the time you might lose clients or end up creating something that is close to it. But thanks to talent, at least we are able to almost create the same thing using the available materials. So my parents' reaction really to when I started to focus on this not very conventional course for any student, and maybe a student to perform well like myself. So my parents were really supportive of me, but when I finished campus, there was really no distinct job to do for me. There was no job offer for a designer, and at some point my parents felt like they should take me back to school. In fact, my mother had started maybe scouting for a school to take me back to do education, but I really persisted, and they were like, now if you decide you're going to do that, all we can do is support you. And yeah, they've been really supportive this far, and I know they are very proud of me. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned, having been in business for the few years that I've been, is that I should continue doing whatever I am doing. At some point, it may look like no one is really watching, or no one really cares, or you're not doing the right thing. Maybe you should, so long as something feels right to me, I should just continue doing it, and one day the world will conspire and it will reward me surely. Another lesson that I've learned is finances. Like, always be accountable in whatever amount that you spend in a business. Just account for it. Like, in the end, it could be the reason maybe why your business might come down. So just be accountable. To make sure that I stand out or maybe remain in the market right now in business is I do a lot of research of whatever is going on around the world, whatever the trends that are going on around the world. And I also attempt to create unique pieces, like something that is totally me, that before someone else creates, it will take them time. So that is how I try as much as possible to remain in the market. And also my prices to be a bit reasonable so that people afford them, because I don't really target the very high-end clients. It's just so that it's just the reasonable prices. So to create an outfit, the first option that comes is usually a client comes with a design that they want us to create for them. So after looking into the design, we can advise the client whether it fits their body type or it doesn't. If it doesn't, what can we do about it so that it makes fit their body type. So after that, after we agree on the general design of the product, we now go into the sourcing of the material. So most of my materials, I source them for the outfits. I source them from Eastleigh Market here in town. There's also Kariobangi Market, which have very unique fabrics that are not very available to a lot of people. And we also get most of our materials. There's Maziwa. There are quite a number of markets in Nairobi that you can get fabrics from. And for the pieces, for the making of the jewelry, we get them mostly from River Road. There are a lot of shops down there that you can buy from. There's also Kariakor Market, which has very good pieces that you can use to create a piece. So from there, we just collect pieces and then come together. We take them to the workshop. Our workshop is not based in town. It is on Outer Ring Road. So that is where we take them for creation. That is the normal stitching. But all the other things, the pieces, the beads and everything that goes into the outfit are done here at our shop in town. A normal outfit, when a client comes to us, a normal outfit should take from 1 week to 2 weeks, depending on the complexity of the design that we are trying to achieve, and also the availability of fabric. So if the outfit is not very complex and the materials are available easily, we can finish it within a week. But if we need to go to get materials from other places, then it will take up to a week, up to 2 weeks. So the longest an outfit has taken me to create, it is this. There's an outfit here at the shop that I think you'll be shown, that took me, I think, almost 6 months to create it, because I ideated it at first and then created it. It didn't come out the way I wanted, put it on hold for some time, got a different material for it, and yeah, I've been on it for the last, I think, 6 months, and it's finally out. Yeah, you'd love to check it out. The people have been quite receptive to my ideas. Sometimes I think some things I just create them, like I imagine no one would love them, but people just love them, and they end up becoming our best selling pieces. So clients have been very receptive to us, and we have a very good number of repeat clients and a lot of referrals. Most of our marketing, we do it on Instagram. We post videos and pictures and everything on our Instagram page. We also do collaboration with other people in the field, that is photographers. Mostly I've worked with photographers like Muma Pix, who's been very instrumental in putting me to where I am right now. And yeah. So most of our best-selling pieces are our outfits for hire. People really love them. I think it's because of the convenience, because you can have a very unique outfit that really stands out, and then you don't have to go back with it and have it taking a lot of the space in the house. You just hire it from us, and then after you finish using it, then you just return it to us. So for hiring, our best-selling would be the birthday shoot outfits, which we have a good number of them. Also, we have a baby bump shoot outfits, which has become almost our best-selling. Like, people almost know us for that, and yeah, our clients are very receptive to that. My workforce is mostly made up with millennials like myself, and it's been, to me, people find it difficult to work with millennials, but I think being a millennial myself, I'm able to understand how to work with them. With millennials, it's easy. You just give them the work and targets. Like, whichever time they'll feel like working, let them just work on the pieces, so long as they have their deliverables at the end of the agreed period of time, and it's been good. I try to manage my finances locally by making sure that, for instance, we have outfits for hire. It means that there's a chance that someone might go with the outfit and disappear with it. So how do I manage that? Is that when you hire an outfit from us, you leave an additional amount that is security for the outfit, which if you disappear with the outfit, it might not really cover the general cost of that material, but it would at least cushion us a bit so that we don't go on a loss a lot. But I'm very thankful. People in this town are nice. People in Kenya are nice. I haven't lost a number of outfits. I think since I started the business 2 years ago, I think I've lost like 2 outfits. So 2 outfits in a year is good enough. So apart from that hiring, the hiring bit, then now the finances around the business, I have every piece that is bought from this shop, we have to get a receipt, get a recording for it. We write it down. What did we buy? What happened? And then after that, we'll go and balance it out with the income that we get. That one we do after every week. There's a great significance in people collaborating amongst themselves if you're in the same industry. For instance, myself in fashion and product design, I'm able to collaborate with photographers and makeup artists to be able to put out our work out there as a group, so that even when a client comes, they are able to get us as a package, so that you're not shopping for a product, for a fashion designer separately and then for a photographer separately. So when you come to us, you can get us as a team. And for that, I give a lot of credit to Mama Pix, who's been instrumental in maybe putting Chebi creations out there. I also give a lot of credit to Linda Jenna, a makeup artist that we work with, and a good number of other photographers that have really built me this far. To relieve myself from the pressure that is business and generally life as a business person and a creative, the biggest thing that I do and I really love to do is just go back to the village, stay there with my mom, and do normal chores like a small girl would do at home. Yeah, that really excites me. I also love to travel. I've not had a lot of opportunity to travel, but I know in the very near future it's coming because I love to travel. One thing that people don't actually know about me is that I'm an extrovert. Okay, I think it's only my family who can really tell that I'm an extrovert, because out here I come out as a very calm person. In January 2020, now when I was trying to figure out what now to do different from what other people, so that I stopped competing in terms of the prices, I started figuring out that maybe I should create something that is more me than what everyone else is doing. So when I was in the process of figuring that out, actually, COVID hit in March and I had to close down for a straight 3 months. I went back to the village, of course. I stayed there for 3 months trying to figure out what I can do with myself, what I can sell with my own price without not really having to conform with the prices that people have around. And that is how I finally came up with Chebi, making the creative pieces together. So when I came back after the 3 months, after I'd figured out what I really wanted, I came back to Nairobi, found my way, they were still locked down, found my way back to Nairobi and started creating these pieces. And I almost inboxed every single photographer in this Nairobi, and one was gracious enough to take me in, and we tried a few things and it picked, and that is why we're here.